In today's video, I want to look at a very interesting survey that probably tells us something that is obvious to a lot of you guys, but I thought I would give you guys my thoughts as well, and that PlayStation 5 is the big favorite over Xbox Series X in recent UK survey. Overall next-gen interest, however, is very high, and I imagine that to be the case. The Series X has a lot of hype to it, it's just that the PS5's hype is exponentially high. More so than I've ever seen for any console in recent memory, so we'll talk that. PlayStation 5 UI may be showcased soon to avoid leaks from the PS5 dev kit retail mode update, and Bright Memory Infinite, a really cool game, got a brand new trailer. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, as noted on WCCF Tech, the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X are set to launch this year, but are gamers actually ready for next-gen consoles? According to a new survey conducted by UK pop culture marketing agency Experience 12, the answer is a big old yes. The survey collected data from 3,000 fans through MCM Comic-Con online channels. 80% of the respondents were in the prime 18 to 34-year-old category. I'll explain that in a little bit because some of you guys might not understand why that's such an important category. 58% were male, while 41% were female, non-binary, or non-conforming. Overall, a whopping 84% said they plan to buy a new console within the 6 months of launch, 37% said right away at launch, 9% within a month, 12% within 3 months, and 26% within 6 months. Now, it does have to take into account a couple of things. This is a sample size that is going to be into things like gaming, so that's not that huge of a statement. But, so which next-gen console were the respondents most interested in? Well, Sony might be in for a big windfall in the UK, as 84% were more interested in the PS5 compared to 15% were most anticipating the Xbox Series X. That adds up to 99%, so I don't know if there was a 1% that said, you know, they're excited equally or whatever the case may be, but that is a big discrepancy. However, generally speaking, I do notice the hardcore audience is more into PlayStation. I might be out to lunch with that theory, but anecdotally speaking, all of my friends that have an Xbox, they are more of a casual gamer. I don't have that many friends that are super into gaming that are Xbox owners or primary Xbox players. Maybe they'll have both consoles, so that data might be skewed a little bit. Let me explain to you guys what the 18 to 34-year-old category means and why that is so important. So generally speaking, the demographics are so important. In the world of advertising, advertisers don't pay a lot for the 50+ demo because they believe that advertisers don't have any reason to advertise to them because the 50+ demo already have their mind made up about which products they're going to buy. They're already invested, they already are attached to their products, and that's going to be that way. That's not necessarily true all the time, but that is what advertisers believe. Then you have the 18 to 49 category. Those are the people advertisers really go after. They want to market to those people because they think they're impressionable, they think they can still buy it. And then you reduce that down to 18 to 34. Not only are those the people that are impressionable, but those are the people that they are the future of your market. They're the future of your company, and you really want to get that 18 to 34 audience on board. And I really do feel like Sony does have that 18 to 34 audience on a lockdown. It seems like, to me, and again, when you look at it anecdotally, a lot of younger consumers that are in that 18 to 34 range, and maybe a lot of you guys can speak up on that, they are really into PlayStation as a brand, and I feel like brand attachment is a big thing that PlayStation has really successfully done. I don't think Xbox as a brand is that attached by the consumer, at least at the rate of the PlayStation consumer. That's just my theory. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But that is a big deal, and you might be thinking, what about the younger demos? Well, yeah, 12 to 18 is very important, but 12 to 18 also are not going to be the type of people that buy outright. But again, you market to them, they're the future of your company, and you really want to get them on board as well. So there's a little bit of a lesson for you guys. Maybe you can take something away from it, I don't know, but there you have that if you do want to get into the world of advertising. Nevertheless, I don't find PlayStation 5 being a big favorite over Xbox Series X that big of a deal, and yes, they have the attachment. However, I give Microsoft a lot of credit, and yes, I did complain about the launch exclusives, but look, them having the launch exclusives, that's going to make the Series X a very enticing console for a lot of people, and they have Game Pass, and as they develop more exclusives, I don't expect Series X to win right out of the gate. No, I feel like it's going to be a pretty one-sided stomp, although in reality, these both are just going to sell out, so it's not like it's even going to be a race initially on. It's the longevity, it's the long term. You can't think about year 1 sales. You got to think about year 2. You got to think about year 3, and if Microsoft continues to develop a portfolio of games that are compelling and all on Xbox Game Pass, that could change the tide of things very quickly. Look, I talk about brand attachment, but things can also change with very, very dumb ideas. Look, I thought that Xbox 360 going into Xbox One, Microsoft had the upper hand, especially domestically, maybe overseas in Japan especially. Sony still had the upper hand, but the Xbox 360 was big domestically, and then Microsoft decided to throw their lead right out the window when they did, oh, we're going online, there's going to be no used games, etc., etc. They just completely ruined themselves, and Phil Spencer has done a good job in rebuilding the brand, but they did damage. However, those kinds of things are few and far between. As a brand, as a company that you should know your audience, you shouldn't be doing stuff like that. Microsoft made a gargantuan mistake by doing that. Hopefully, it's a mistake that everybody in gaming will look back on, they'll learn from it, and they'll, you know, apply that going into the future. But sometimes you don't learn from the mistakes and you do the stupid idea again, maybe because you think the audience has changed. And if the audience has changed, by all means, but you do have to gauge that. You have to, you know, really measure that and see if the audience is ready for it. And with Microsoft, they really just kind of pulled that out of nowhere, and, you know, now they have to pay the price for it, and they're in a rebuilding process. Well, with the Series X, if Fable's a big game, if Halo Infinite delivers, if Xbox Game Pass really is a $10 a month service, if they do something like a Series S where it's $250, look, the momentum can swing very, very easily. There's brand attachment, but there's also just offering a compelling deal that's so good that is going to win people over. Alright, moving on from that, rumor PlayStation 5 UI may be shown soon to avoid leaks from PlayStation 5 Dev Kit Retail Mode Update. Tidux tweeted out, PlayStation's next dev kit update arrives in a few weeks, which will feature retail mode, so devs can see what the final setup will be. The current system is a debug only with PS4 retail mode. Expect that PlayStation will show it off before it goes live to avoid leaks. Probably a good idea. The PS5 leaks have been pretty rampant. The UI is set to be 100% redesign and a very interesting evolution, and based on what was said by Mark Cerny, the idea of the, you know, just getting information really quickly, having the information to the player immediately. I'm really excited to see how the PlayStation 5 setup is going to be from a UI standpoint. I love the PS4 UI. I like the simple nature of it. That's why I like the OG Xbox 360 layout, and then they completely made it, you know, it was a good upgrade with the 360, but I'll have a soft spot in my heart for the, you know, 2005, 2006 dashboard on the 360. I just thought it was really well presented, but the PS5 updates should be rolling out very soon. Rumored August State of Play event. A lot of rumors circulating about that. Silent Hills is a rumored game. A big franchise is set to make a comeback. Maybe that's Jak and Daxter. Maybe that's Sly Cooper. Maybe that's Legacy of Kain. Maybe that's a Legend of Dragoon 2. Alright, don't get your hopes up for Legend of Dragoon 2. I saw a comment on that and I was like, oh, you poor soul. Do you really think they're gonna bring Legend of Dragoon back? I know it was a great game on PS1, but let the memories die. It probably is not going to happen. And now watch it actually happen, and I'll have complete egg on my face. But let the record show, if Legend of Dragoon 2 happens, I will be the most excited person on the planet, because that game was fantastic. I actually played it not too long ago, like 6 or 7 years ago, but relative to when that game came out, that's pretty recent, all things considered. Lastly, I do want to know, Bright Memory Infinite gets a brand new gameplay trailer highlighting its varied combat. Now, if you don't know about this game, you should definitely get up to speed about it, because it is a pretty cool game. I actually own the title on PC. I own the Bright Memory base game, and it's an all-new lightning-fast fusion of the FPS and action game genres created by FYQD Studio, combine a wide variety of skills and abilities to unleash dazzling combo attacks. Now, the game isn't perfect, and what I really noticed about Bright Memory when I played it, it's very, very flashy. Like, it is over the top, and there's some great visuals, and Infinite looks like it's gonna have even better visuals. The presentation is top-notch, and again, it's a super flashy, super aesthetically pleasing game. Like, if you're in it for, like, aesthetics and, you know, crazy effects and things like that, Bright Memory is a game that you definitely should have on your radar, and this trailer showcases a lot of cool stuff. Now, this is gonna be on PS5, Series X, and PC, but seeing the game in motion, man, it looks absolutely wild. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Shadow Warrior combined with, like, I don't know, Titanfall with its grappling. I really don't know where we're going with this, but it's a very unique game, and I'm really, really liking the look of it. I think it could be something that stands out to a lot of people. We'll see how the game ultimately turns out, because I don't want to overhype it, but definitely want to keep your eyes on, and it's one that a lot of people are not talking about. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, the PlayStation 5, the big favorite over Series X in recent UK survey. Definitely keep an eye on the hype of both consoles, but really do bear in mind that both of these consoles It's not about year 1, it's not about year 2, it's about year 3, year 4, year 5, how you're closing out the generation. Year 2 is important as well. I shouldn't say year 2 is important, but year 1, really, that's where your hardcores are gonna bite, and then year 2, when the library starts getting fleshed out, that's when a lot more people are gonna start coming into the fray, and you're gonna understand which console is doing the best. But keep an eye on that. Rumor PS5 UI may be shown soon to avoid leaks, and Bright Memory gets a new trailer. Definitely be on the lookout for that. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.